guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Ashley, and this channel is for our company, Jezreel Resource Management, where we help African diasporans repatriate to Ghana with ease. And if you're not new here, hey, welcome back. Hi, family. Today it is just me, Ashley, and we're going to be talking about, I feel like it's like another day, another couch. I feel like with my last old video, I was also on the couch speaking. And we're going to be talking about the same types of things. And so today we're going to be talking about some of the lessons that I have learned since coming to Ghana. So we've been in Ghana for over a year, nearly a year and a half now. And the more you live here, the more you learn, the more you grow, the more things are being revealed. And so a lot of lessons are being learned, and I want to share those with you guys today. And so let's just get into it. And don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified when we post new videos. So the first thing that I have definitely learned since coming to Ghana, and I don't think that I've even realized it until over a year in. Really, really important. Check your consumer mindset when you are leaving the West. In the West, I don't even think we're all the way conscious of it, but we're always consuming. We're always buying. Like whenever there's like a special event, or you're going to work, you're coming home, whatever you're doing, you always want to stop and buy something. You always want to go and do something. Like we like to go out. We like to get food. We like to have fun experiences, go to the movies, go to the mall. We always want to get a little something for so-and-so, get a gift for this person. We're consuming a lot. And I did not even realize how much of a consumer I was until I moved to Ghana. Now, when you're coming into Ghana from the West, most likely you have a savings or anything like that coming in, unless, you're a retiree and you have, recurring income coming in. But these are things that you definitely need to be cognizant of and be aware of when you are coming in with a savings. Because if you do not have something recurring coming in, obviously the more that you live, the more you spend. And so definitely check the unnecessary expenses that you are doing. Is it necessary to go bowling on Wednesday night? I mean, maybe not. It's always good to do things, but check what you are doing. Definitely check your spending and how your consumer mindset might be affecting your lifestyle here in Ghana. So that's definitely one of the main things that I've learned since coming here. Another thing that I have learned since being in Ghana, this may be a personal thing, but I definitely want to share it with you guys because somebody else might be the same. I was naive when it comes to, I don't even know if it's the Pan-African mindset, if it's, when you're leaving out of the West and you're like, okay, I'm coming to Ghana, I'm coming to find my people, I'm coming to, connect with like-minded people. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but definitely be careful. And if you are naive, be honest with yourself, okay? Everybody is not your friend. Learned it the hard way. Unfortunately, it is true. Everybody is not your friend. If you're coming to Ghana or any other African country with the mindset of, everybody is going to be hand in hand. Yeah, you're back. Yeah, everybody operates the way that they should. Everybody has integrity. Everybody, no. You will definitely find out quickly that everything that you would do, everybody doesn't operate off of the same moral compass as you. And so the word tells us to try the spirit. We definitely need to adopt that fruit inspector mindset before we embark on any type of community, any type of relationship, period. Inspect the fruit. If you need to take time, take all the time that you need, okay? Because there are all different types of people here. Just because you see somebody who looks like you does not mean that that person is for you. Definitely a lesson that I have learned, okay? So I want to pass that on to you guys. Okay, so moving on. Oh, also as a tag, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. As a thing attached to that, leave people where they're weird at. You know, I heard I heard a young lady say that on social media, and I was like, you know what? She right. Leave people where they're weird at. Some people just act weird. Okay, if you meet somebody, if you meet somebody and they seem okay at first, but then you're going down and you spend more time with them, and you start to notice that they're doing things that don't really sit right with you. They're starting to behave a certain way that doesn't mesh well with you, and they start behaving weird in that sense. Hands off, leave them where they're being weird at. Don't try to even continue that on, because if you have a certain feeling, 9 times out of 10, it's for a reason, and we never want to discount our instincts. So keep that in mind too. And so, tagging on to financial things. If you are unaware of how to budget, you need to learn how to budget when you leave the West and you come to Ghana or any African country. Learn how to budget, especially because living expenses, if you're renting, you pay per the year. And so you need to budget things out in a certain way. It is so different from what we're used to, and I'm from the States. It's so different than what we're used to, because guess what? You're paying rent every month. And so you don't even have time to do a long-term budget. And most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. And so when you get paid, 9 times out of 10, 3 days later, you're almost on empty. And so we need to learn how to budget our money wisely. Like, okay, I'm in the 3rd month of my lease. I have this sort of plan so that next year I have enough money for next year's lease. We need to be always thinking of things like that. And so if you're unaware of how to budget, definitely check out some helpful resources, do some research, put things into place, practice some things. If you have to get money envelopes, do that, And so definitely learn how to budget wisely when you come here to Ghana. And so also pivoting to a spiritual aspect, the Most High is going to make a way for you. Okay, a lesson that I have learned, and I'm continually learning. The Most High is so good. Okay, He's going to make a way for you. If the Most High is calling you from the West into the continent, He's going to work it out. Okay, just walk in faith. Walk in faith and walk in obedience. If you are sure, I think that the thing that most people are, they're getting confused what's the unsure aspect of it. If you are sure that the Most High is calling you, everything else, don't even factor it in. I know that's probably controversial to say, but I can speak from experience. If the Most High is calling you, He's going to make a way for you. Oh, I don't have enough money. He's going to make a way for you. Oh, I have this XXX. I need this medication. I need this. Listen, I've said it before. Mom has said it before. I'm sure Moses has also said it, and we will say it again. If the Most High is calling you, you need to walk in faith and obedience, especially with everything. There's a whole lot going on in the States right now after this inauguration of Trump, and he's doing a whole lot of things. If you are sure the Most High is calling you, it is important to move, because what you don't want to do is miss out on your opportunity when the Most High made a perfect way for you and you just decided to stay still. Okay, so walk in faith. Know that the Most High will work everything out. It'll work out. It will. And so moving on from even that, another lesson that I have learned since being here in Ghana, always account for emergencies. This is important. Okay, and so when we come here, you might not even factor in what you would do in the event of an emergency. And when I say emergency, I'm talking about a medical emergency. What would you do? Most High forbid, you injure yourself. How will you get yourself to the hospital? Do you have money set aside for, emergency services? You know, all of those things, you need to factor them in. Sometimes people don't factor them in until, most high forbid, something happens, and then you find yourself at a disadvantage and you find yourself at a loss. And so, in all aspects, especially when you are thinking of where you're going to live in the short term respect, if you're renting, you need to think about where you're going to live. And if it's easy for you to get transportation from the hospital to, your place, from your place to the hospital, set aside money for emergencies. You have to pay for everything here. Okay. They're not going to see you, if you don't have the money to pay. I mean, maybe you'll find somebody nice. I don't know. But you do have to pay for you to get medical services. And so definitely set aside some funds, most high forbid, in the event of emergency. Always know where the closest hospital is, and always have a plan and a way for you to get yourself from your place to the hospital. Okay. This is so important. So make those plans. Always have that in mind when you come here to Ghana. Okay. Next one. Oh, also attaching to the emergency aspect. If you are here alone, I understand that can be a little tricky, but always if you're able to find a friend here, or if you find someone that you trust, establish an emergency contact. Okay, have that person memorize their phone number and establish a thing with them. Like, most high forbid something happened to me, please help me. Please help me. Even when it comes to, some, we call it wellness checks in the States. Establish with someone that you trust, like, hey, make sure you reach out to me every week, every couple of weeks, just to make sure that I'm good. And most high forbid that I'm not, laid out somewhere and nobody knows what's going on with me. And make sure that your family members, wherever they are, especially if you're here alone and your family members are in the States, make sure that your family members know the number of this emergency contact. That way, if your family members can't reach you, they can call this person and be like, hey, I have not spoken to so-and-so, in so X amount of time. Can you pop over to her place and see how she's doing? Medical emergencies are very real and they can happen. And so it's so important that we plan for those things. Okay. And where do I want to go to next? Last two things. One, when it comes to really anything that you do in Ghana, a lesson that I have really learned since coming here is that I'm gonna use a phrase that Moses says a lot. He says, if you try to cut corners in Ghana, the corners are going to cut you. Okay. This is something that I have learned and I have seen through experience. If you try to do things the roundabout way here, 9 times out of 10, you're going to run into complications. There is a right way to do things here. There is. And so if let's say you find yourself, I want to do this on the cheap. I want to find a super cost-effective way to do this. Okay, but you might find yourself at a disadvantage later on. If you find that you want to maybe skirt certain things to get things done, you might find yourself at a disadvantage later on. And so let's try to do things the right way when we come here to Ghana. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have heard, and I have even seen instances where people try to do things the roundabout way, because we all know what I'm talking about. You want to do a little sam. You want to pay a little small, get things done. You might run into some complications. And when you do, you can't get upset. You can't get upset when you run into complications because you done tried to go 85 different ways when you should have just went the straight way in the first place. And so let's remember that if you try to cut corners here in Ghana, them corners are sharp. Okay, they're going to cut you. Okay, so let's do things the right way the first time. And that way you can just live a stress-free life here in Ghana. You don't have to worry. You just hey, I did this, I did it from the beginning, and now I'm good. Okay. So the last thing, and definitely not the least thing, okay, on this list of lessons that I have learned since being here in Ghana. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to somebody that you think would find this information helpful. Last thing that I have learned is unapologetically walk in the Most High's favor for you. You don't have to apologize for anything that the Most High has blessed you with, that the Most High has granted you, that the Most High has shown his mercy to you, his favor to you. Look, when you walk in obedience and faith to the Most High, we know as his children, there is a reward that comes with that. Okay, we don't walk it because of the reward. We walk it because of our love to the Most High. He's our Heavenly Father. But we know from the word that there is a reward attached to obedience. And so when the Most High blesses you in certain ways, okay, and you see that he is blessing you and others start to see that he is blessing you, listen, walk in the Most High's blessing for you. Be confident, be bold, just do it because the Most High placed a purpose in you. And so you don't know how your walk is affecting someone who is looking at you. Okay? And so when the Most High is blessing you and you are walking in your purpose, you're walking in your light, and people are looking at you and they're like, you know what? What is it about this person that they're just walking into like 85 billion blessings? And guess what? When they ask you, what will you say? Look, it's not nothing that I'm doing. It's only by the grace and mercy of the Most High. And that's what he wants. May his name be glorified, right? And so never be apologetic for the blessings that the Most High has granted you. Never be timid, be closed off, be, afraid to say what the Most High has done for you. The Most High gives us a testimony and we are to share it, right? And so when the Most High is blessing you, when he's increasing you, always in all things use wisdom, all things use discretion. I'm not telling y'all to be out here being arrogant and prideful. No, but I'm telling you to walk confidently, to walk boldly. And when someone asks you, what is it about you? Don't be afraid to tell them it's only by the Most High's mercy and grace. Now, if you have time, I can sit here and tell you all that he has done for me because it is a lot. Okay, but never be afraid to walk in the purpose and the favor and the blessings that the Most High has given you. And that is definitely a good lesson that I have learned since coming here to Ghana. And so, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Those are some great lessons that I have learned. And I'm sure that that's not even all of them. And so if I think of some more, I will definitely come back with a part 2. If you guys like this video, give it a like, okay, share it. Leave a comment in the comments below about some of the lessons that you have learned if you guys have visited Ghana or if you live in Ghana, okay? What are some of the questions that you have for me if you have questions? Okay, so we are all a family here. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. I got my thumbs up like I'm saying but please subscribe. And also hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when we post new videos, okay? So I will see you guys next time, and hopefully Moses or even Mom will be with me. Until then, stay blessed, you guys. Bye.